story.
You need a quick way to accept payments online. Just like that. Try Square Online Checkout. You can accept payments for almost anything, whether you're selling one-off promotions, collecting donations, or charging for an online class. Accept payments online fast with Square Online Checkout.
So I just ordered these 4 pizzas here, and it was supposed to cost me over $65. Okay, so first, Domino's.com. Choose your favorite pizza, or in my case, 4. Then click the Honey browser extension. There it is, $52.56 in savings. Okay, and just for fun, let's try with a fancy meal now. DoorDash.com, click on Honey. You can say this is the happiest I've ever been to eat delivery. Add the browser extension today and buy pizza, delivery food, and pretty much anything else you can buy online at an absolutely absurd discount. Add Honey today for free at joinhoney.com.
Quarantining and social distancing has had my friends and I going crazy. So to spice things up, we wanted to explore the abandoned farmhouse down the road. It was my friends Luke, Kyle, and I. Luke drove us. It was only a 10-minute drive. We pulled up this hilly road onto this enclosed property where this once-occupied farm sits. Most people in the area have passed by this place at least once and are aware of its abandonment. Breaking in was easy. We just broke a window on the ground level and hopped in through there. The place was so old we saw dust particles floating everywhere in the light beams from our flashlights. The most noteworthy things we noticed were the lack of furniture and extremely creaky floors. Even though the place was known to be abandoned, we still expected at least some things left behind. However, it seemed people had already looted the place out. The 3 of us branched off a bit to different sections of the house to explore. And within a minute, Kyle came tiptoeing back to us and whispered that he heard someone or something in another room.
And joining us now, South Carolina Republican Senator Tim Scott. Thank you again, Senator, for joining us. We appreciate it.
Yes, ma'am. Good to be back with you, Lindsay.
So first, I have to get your reaction today. Of course, the 3 other officers at the scene of George Floyd's death, they were charged, and Derek Chauvin's murder charge was upgraded. It's been 9 days since Floyd died. Do you think that these charges took too long, and will they help start a healing process?
I think they did take too long. I think it does help with the healing process. I think Terrence said it very well when he was asking for calm and peace so that we could focus really on his brother's death. The family has been clear and consistent that they want these 4 officers held accountable. That is the right thing to do. I am glad to see Attorney General Ellison bringing the other 3 in and upgrading the charge on the first.
In an interview with Newsmax tonight, when asked if the country needs him to express comfort in healing, President Trump said right now the country needs law and order. Do you agree with the president?
Well, we certainly need order without any question, but we also need healing. We definitely need, and I think the president's comments early in the Rose Garden really spoke to the fact that we need justice, law and order. In other words, justice for the Floyd family, justice for George Floyd. We also want that starts the process of reflection, understanding, appreciating why we're here again. It's one of the aspects of this process that is so important that we dig a little deeper in our souls and understand really not just a single incident, not a single event, but the decades of events, which will help us really heal. Without that understanding and appreciation, it's going to be very hard for the American family to come together in a one unified fashion.
Yeah, you talk about the need to heal, the need for the family to come together. Would you say that President Trump has done enough as far as playing the role of healer in chief and helping as we're, I guess, all looking for a uniter in chief in a way?
Well, I'm sure some will disagree with my comments. I think the president has made strides in the last several days in that direction. I am thankful for the fact that he's been leaning into the need for justice for the Floyd family. His comments about not only the first officer, but in our conversation on Saturday, the other three officers is the kind of stuff that we want to hear, as it kind of confidence I want to hear from the president. I heard it, and I think we're now seeing more meat on the bones. I hope that we continue to see that. But you'll never please
so we're selling
everybody.
some of the stuff that they're piling up downstairs and giving me a heart attack? Great. I sent you an address. The buyer wants the whole lot dumped right there.
Justice, and then leads to a greater conversation with the American people about our way forward.
Just a few hours ago, former President Obama participated in a virtual roundtable on police reforms, and in it he said, as activists and everyday citizens raise their voices, we need to be clear about where change is going to happen and how we can bring about that change. How, in your estimation, should young people bring about change, and how can you personally help in that process, Senator?
Well, Lindsay, I think young people can continue to be a part of the process. The protests, the nonviolent protests, I've said it before, it's like through the artery of John Lewis. The image of John Lewis harkens back to my mind serving with him in Congress.
Some local gangsters got word of this drop-off, and they want to try not to get hijacked, okay?
Personal tragedy of making it easier for a man like me to be elected United States Senator in South Carolina, number one. Number two, there are several steps forward that I've talked to even this morning with the White House about. We have the Walter Scott notification bill that focuses national attention on police-related shootings. We're working on a George Floyd notification bill that then says not only shootings, but let's go a step further, understand when a suspect is in the custody of the police department and they pass away, they die. We want to know all the circumstances. And then we have two other pieces as well. But I go further than that. I think it's important for us to take a look in communities of color and in the distressed communities and make sure that we're offering the type of future that we have in the most affluent zip codes, which requires workforce development. It requires a focus on broadband in the poorest areas of this country. So we talked through these steps this morning, and I'm hopeful that we'll see some of this manifest in policy positions supported by the White House.
And also, I do have to ask you about Lafayette Park. Tonight, former Secretary of Defense James Mattis is out with a rare statement saying, in part, we know that we are better than the abuse of executive authority that we witnessed in Lafayette Park. Do you agree with Mattis? Was the clearing out of peaceful protesters for a photo op an abuse of executive authority?
Well, I think the fact, I don't know. I think with the president's comments that he had no idea what was happening in the park before he got there, I think that is a factual statement. I do believe that he did not know what happened. I think he went into the park with the expectation that he could do something that provided some calm and peace, and it just turned out pretty bad.
He is holding up the anti-lynching bill passed by the House in February, and the House has not taken up a similar bill passed by the Senate last year. Condemned and outlawed, so why the holdup?
I think a better question is not to single out Rand Paul, though I would love for Rand Paul to move on the legislation. But the fact of the matter is I've led the charge to get it passed in the Senate twice. The bill is exactly the same bill with one or two exceptions. The House wanted to rename it, and that's one of the reasons why we're stuck here. We could have that done tomorrow if the House would pass literally the same language, save one part of it to include the title. That could be done for the American people, another tool in the toolbox to confront racism and injustice.
And let's talk solutions now. You proposed a bill just today with your colleagues in the Senate that would require police departments receiving federal funding to release data on officer-involved shootings. You also said that that's just the first bill. What's next? And also, do you plan to partner with colleagues on the other side of the aisle? I mean, for many Americans, unity from an often bitterly divided Congress, that would be a powerful message at this time.
Well, I'll say, Lindsay, that my opportunity zone legislation that is now law, my partner was Cory Booker. Cory and I spoke last night for nearly an hour on steps forward. We're going to focus on the areas that we have in common, and we may have separate pieces of legislation that addresses different issues, but there are a couple pieces. Police reporting is a part of it. The FBI is already getting some of the information, but I want to make it mandatory. I want to do that in multiple ways: police shootings, the use of force, excessive use of force. These are pieces of the puzzle that I think will get agreement on both sides of the aisle. The question is, the devil's in the details. So I want to make it simple, digestible, and done.
Senator Tim Scott, always appreciate hearing your voice. Thanks so much for your time.
Yes, ma'am. You have a good night.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.
Breaking news tonight, rage across America. Protesters out today over the killing of George Floyd after a night of nationwide violence. Parts of Atlanta trashed, Minneapolis set on fire. Clashes with police in cities big and small. Businesses destroyed. The protesters outside the White House.
Lil Wayne is weird. Get nigga up out of here.
Okay, so here's where we are. The time was the hot club brought in so much untaxed cash, we had to launder the takings, or just stuff it behind ceiling panels. Now it's the other way around. We run bad cash through the registers, pay the IRS, and use the club to launder your ill-gotten gains. It's not free, but it's a whole lot better than having the IRS up your ass. Believe me, I take a small cut of every sale you make, and you sleep well at night. Thank me later.
Ruger, how's it going, man?
I'm good. I'm feeling good today.
What's up, man? I'm out here in Chicago. You know, came to work with you guys. Like what you guys got going. You know, you did some impressive numbers. You know, Blickathon, over 6 million views.
Appreciate the love, folks.
Yeah, that's definitely a great thing. Definitely, man, keeping my foot down, man.
Yeah, that's what's up. So, well, let's start from the beginning. And this is your first time working with me, so we'll kind of try to cover your story and, you know, go back about growing up and everything. What part of Chicago are you from?
South Side, Washington Park area.
Okay. What was it like for you growing up there?
Well, when I first moved around there, it was good as a child, you know what I'm saying? When I first moved over there, it was fun. Everybody doing, you know, doing kids, hooping in the park, chilling with the girls, just everybody outside having fun. But, you know, I grew up, went to school, got a little older, smoking weed. You know how that go. Just a typical life, man. Just, you know how this hood, man. Just got real out of hand nowadays.
Okay. Well, at what age did you start getting involved in the streets?
Like, involved in the streets, like, when I say the streets, I'm gonna say, like, I wouldn't say involved, I'd say where I moved at, where I was living at, you know what I'm saying? That's where I lived. I started with my friends. Living over there, the school I'm going to. So that's what kind of took me to the streets, because that's where my school was at. You know what I'm saying? On that block where everything go down, and my friends I met, everybody was from over there. So that's what kind of draws me to the streets, hanging out over there with my friends and the people.
Do you remember how old you were?
Yeah, I was about a good 13, 12, 13.
Yeah, that's what I heard. That in Chicago, a lot of the times, people get involved in the streets at a really early age.
Yeah, they really young, like, especially nowadays. Today, kids young, like, I'm talking 12, 11. I've seen an 11-year-old, like, out here. For real.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Okay. What were some of the things that you've seen at that age growing up? What made you want to get involved in the streets at that age? At such an early age?
As far as involved, like, I was always the type. Sometimes you just can't help it that you live in the streets. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't say involved. It's more so, that's where I was from. And it's like, that's where I was living at. Like I was saying, what made me get involved was like the people I was around.
So you're more born into it, you feel?
It's like, I was young, you know what I'm saying? I moved over here, we living over here. We don't really know about this neighborhood. We moved over here.
How old were you when you moved to that neighborhood?
Like 12.
Oh, 12. Okay. So right when you moved, you started,
basically before that I was young. I was basically too young to even, be out late or, you know what I'm saying, to be introduced to shit. I was just at school. All I knew was school and home, you know what I'm saying, and with my brothers. But other than that, that's what really kind of made me branch out, being outside, and what got me involved was just like the people I was around, surrounding myself around.
This fucking hard-headed ass dog.
What were some of the things that was going on around that time?
Back then, like when I was 13, like that?
Yeah.
A lot of fun shit. Like, all I can remember is fun shit. Like, we was young. I was in grammar school back then.
God damn, nigga, you don't know how to answer a question for shit, do you?
I remember being in the front just playing, you know what I'm saying? Being out with friends. Just chilling, enjoying the weather. Like,
doing what?
Laughing, joking. Everybody just outside. That's what the things that was going on. Ice cream truck rolling over here. You got the kids over here jumping rope, playing. Everybody doing what they doing. You know what I'm saying? You always had the bad side of the street. You know what I'm saying? People who sold the drugs. People that killing was always going on back then. That shit was, it didn't just start, but it wasn't like it was. It wasn't like that back then. Like, shit was really fun.
So it was still, so it wasn't as violent at that point in time?
Nah, it wasn't.
Okay. What one point did you notice the increase in violence?
Y'all got older.
I went to jail. It took for me to go to jail. I went to jail 2010. I did a whole year. I got out 2011 in November. That's when I noticed everything changed. It wasn't the same. Before I went in, shit was fun. I was 17, you know what I'm saying? That was when I was eligible to go to the county. I went to, as soon as when I turned 17. So everything, we went from chilling on the block to having fun, you know what I'm saying? Not having no enemies, none of that shit. Come home, shit was different. Everything changed. Come home, it took for me to really get, like, shot at. You know what I'm saying? To realize this shit, like, this shit's serious. Like, this not how it was.
Okay, well, the supplies we found are in the hands of some pretty nasty people.
Yeah.
Deal with those people and get us what we need.
A possession of a firearm.
Okay. And they gave you a year for that?
Yeah, they really gave me 2 years.
Oh, okay.
But, you gotta do half of that time, so I did a year.
Your brother, Scrap.
Yeah.
Was he your older or your younger brother?
Youngest brother. I got five brothers. I'm the second to the youngest. He's my youngest brother.
Oh, okay. Are they all involved in the streets, or?
We all was, you know what I'm saying, around, My older two brothers, they was basically where we was living at before we moved to where we was at, where I'm, from. They was kind of older, so they was already had the neighborhood. They chose where they wanted to be, you know what I'm saying, or people who they wanted, they friends, you know what I'm saying? They already had their friends of where they wanted to be. So my big brother and them, they was really like from a different neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? But we was always together when it came down to it in the house, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Family. Yeah.
You being so goddamn vague, nigga. This an interview, my nigga. I know
So you
you
come
not
home
trying
from
to
jail,
give up
and you notice that things are a lot more
details to
in the streets.
activities, but goddamn, boy.
Was there any incident in particular that sticks out that made you go, okay, shit's different now? You know what I'm saying? Like I need to move different. I need to change how shit is.
To be honest, a lot of this shit. It was just, like I said, getting shot at. Shit, that'll wake you up. You know what I'm saying? Just being comfortable and, to be honest, I was like lacking. You know, like, people was telling me like I knew, you know what I'm saying, what was going on, but I still was immune to how I was moving and what I was used to doing what I was doing. It took for me to get shot at, real life, like I almost lose my life, real shit.
How close were the bullets to you?
Like,
close enough, nigga.
Looking at you right now, like.
Oh,
close.
The dude was that close?
Close, like running, you know what I'm saying? All type of shit, man.
Yeah.
Luckily, I, could get away.
That nigga is just not trying to tell a story. God damn, boy. Just tell a story, nigga. Shit, you don't gotta give details.
What it was, my best friend, may he rest in peace, he passed away. His name Deucey. He was rapping. See, before I went in, we was just, chilling and shit. That was my best friend, though. So when I come home, he lit on the internet, you know what I'm saying? He got videos and shit, already doing 50,000, you know what I'm saying? 100,000 views. I'm like, damn. And I always knew how to rap, you know what I'm saying? I always had the potential to rap. They always used to tell me, you should rap, bro, you should rap. But I got in the studio, you know what I'm saying? And basically just got that shit going. I really started like 20
Yermer, boy.
That's when I was rapping. But I wasn't. It was just a lot of music here, music there. It wasn't really moving.
Okay. And what was the first song that really kind of got you popular?
Members. It was a song called Members. I had dropped that, and then I dropped Members. Was that 2018? Yeah, 2018.
Oh, okay. Oh, so it took you a while.
Was that 18? Yeah, 2018, I dropped Members. That motherfucker went up. Like, ever since then, I've been just dropping it. Consistent with it.
Okay, all right. Tell me a little bit about your brother Strap. I hear a lot on the internet about him, but I don't think there's too many people that have actually, told stories or, said too much about him like that.
Strap, that's my younger brother. He was basically like me, you know what I'm saying? He wanted to be me, because I'm the second to the oldest, you know what I'm saying? He looked up to me. So he was basically like a younger me, but he was just wild, you know what I'm saying? But I kind of feel like he was forced into it, you know what I'm saying? Because of the life that we was living, you know what I'm saying? His big brothers, and it's like, he wasn't on nothing. He was playing basketball, you know what I'm saying? But it was like, he just still being a kid, just hooping that. You know what I'm saying? And they can tour with his brothers and shit, you know what I'm saying? We really, it's like, people started shooting at him, you see what I'm saying? He getting shot.
People started shooting at him even though he wasn't.
Just because that's my little brother.
How much more younger was he?
Scrap. Yeah. He was, when he died at how my little brother was when he died? 17. He died at 17. Okay. But when he was getting shot at, he was like 14 years old. 14. Literally. And he basically, I remember times him coming. They just shot at me, bro. They just shot at me. They steady, you know what I'm saying? This shit real life. And it's like, what he supposed to do? He tell my mama shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And let her know what's going on. But it's like, we trying. You know what I'm saying? We can't just get up and go, and move, and get the fuck on. Yeah, it's hard. You know what I'm saying? But So we was basically just living over there. And what I did, I had to, you know, protect my little brother. Like, come over here with me. Like, you with us, you good. You know what I'm saying? But I still always told him to chase your dream, you know what I'm saying, and do what's right. But I'm going to protect my brother at the end of the day. That's all it was. But he was, that's why I feel like he was forced into this shit. Like, and that shit kind of just opened him up to the streets and, like, being with, you know, now his crowd, his friends who he was with, start branching in too. Now all of his whole crowd just in the streets now. But Scrap was more so he was smart as hell, you know what I'm saying? He just was so, like, tough. He was tough as hell. He was brave as hell, like one of the bravest people you could know, for real. But sometimes I used to tell him, like, you too tough, like, you can't be that tough out here. Like, you can't, it'd be to a point where it's like, he'll like, make a nigga scared of him, you know what I'm saying? You can't make people scared of you. I always used to tell him that. Can't be no, cause that type of shit, like people hurt, if people scared of you, man, people will do something to you, you know what I'm saying? You put a cat in the corner, they're gonna come out scratching. For real. And that's what I used to tell my little brother. I used to try to groom him and make him do the right thing. That's the type of person Scrap was, though. He was just a laid back. Really, he was rapping too. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to make it. He wanted to see me make it in his rap shit. That's all he talked about. That's why I'm rapping and I keep doing what I'm doing. Cause I know he really wanted me to. He believed in me.
Yeah. Damn. So at one point when he was in the streets, he caught a murder case.
Yeah.
And he beat it.
Yeah.
What was that experience like for you?
To be honest, I was locked up at the time. That happened. That supposedly happened like 2011. But when I came home, it was just like I came home. I didn't even know. We got what we need. LJT, sign it off. I'm on the bus, happy, feeling good. It's around Thanksgiving time. You know what I'm saying? Talked to my mama. She your little brother. You know what I'm saying? He locked up for a murder. Now I'm like, everything just out the drain. Like, just imagine that. You know what I'm saying? Coming home, my stomach felt weak when I heard that shit. Like, I'm like, what the fuck? But shit just changed. Like, changed my mama. You know what I'm saying? It changed his father, me, us as a family. Like, we had to come together. You know what I'm saying? And stick it. Come together as a family and put money together for lawyers and make sure my brother got up out of there.
Yeah. How did was there something that happened? How did he end up beating the case? Was there like, was there anything bad that the cops did that you guys found out about or anything?
To be honest, I don't really, you know what I'm saying? I don't really want to get into all that legal stuff because it was like, he just beat it. You know what I'm saying? They ain't have enough evidence, whatever they was trying to blame on him, whatever it is, basically.
Okay. Is there any other stories you could share just hanging out with him or anything?
Yeah, hell yeah, I got plenty of stories with Scrap, man. Scrap was just...
Well, then tell one, nigga. Shit.
Scrap ass. One thing about Scrap, he used to stay having me fighting and shit. Like, literally fighting. All the time.
With each other or just with other people?
No, with other people. See, he do shit like, he'd be hooping, playing football or basketball at the park or something. He played football, by the fact, when he was playing football. So tell the
story, goddamn it.
I'm running back to the block. His boy just threw this football in my eye. I'm like, he did it on purpose, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, he did it on purpose. See what I'm saying? Now, we all go over there, running over there. We trying to see what's going on, boy. We whooped dude ass. You see what I'm saying? We whooped his ass. Come to find out later on that night, I ain't gonna lie, he ain't threw it on purpose. See what I'm saying? You just made us whoop this man ass for that. But yeah, Scrap will get you in some shit. But he was just... I got good memories though with him, man. That's my little brother.
Well, tell one of them, nigga.
What's a good memory you guys have hanging out?
That part.
To be honest, my little brother was always the movie type. He always moving around, couldn't sit still, always want to go outside. But the week, matter of fact, 2 days before he died, because he had just recently got shot. like 2 different occasions before he died.
Missed a
like,
hella stories. You gonna tell one about when he just before he died instead of like hella long? How many?
The 3rd occasion, that's when he died. But he was shot in the chest, you know what I'm saying? And he was healing. He was at home, so
weed farm.
It was just this one memory that stood out. Like me and Scrap, we ain't never like sat in the crib and just we was on what we do. We was playing 2K. I'm talking about 2K. Like we played that shit the whole fucking day. Like all day we laugh and talk, and it's just, and it was like God just gave me that last time with him. You know what I'm saying? As a brother, without the streets, without none of that, it was all just blocked out. We was at the crib. We was sitting in the room, me, him, and my homie E-Will. It was different. You know what I'm saying? It was a different feeling. I actually got to see him be like my little brother. You know what I'm saying? Happy, and that shit was deep. Like it was just a different feeling. You know what I'm saying? They ain't involved the streets or nothing. It was
You didn't realize that shit until afterwards, though.
Just thinking about that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just a different thing we did.
That wasn't no story. I was just saying y'all had a good day that day. And that's the only story you could think of. That's crazy. That mean niggas was going through the shit, boy. Oh, what? Black Peace Stones and the Latin Kings.
Like that, we rotate with y'all. We will rotate. We got history. You know what I'm saying? It really got to be some real shit. You see what I'm saying? And right now, it's citywide. So however way this social media playing that shit. No, watch this. Hold on. Listen, y'all. That nigga over there, man. What y'all doing is setting the precedent. Hell yeah. For how other neighborhoods, goddamn it, is supposed to be. So we come to drip y'all down, bro. Y'all can say, look, KK this, whatever, look, this K. Wait, bro, you see what I'm saying? No, bro. We ain't on that. We coming, you know what I'm saying, man? The right way. You get what I'm saying? Everybody, hold on, listen. Everybody else on the outskirts,
he's making them niggas listen.
Deal with them. Everybody got their issues. You see what I'm saying? And we respect, you know, beef, war, whatever. You see what I'm saying? And that's, it's memorable. You know what I mean? So, listen, bro. Go live. Excuse me, Mo, I'll be respect. Go live. Little Village is not racist.
We're out here, man. We're out here. You know, I like that shit. 500 shit.
That's it. You can't take it from us and everybody knows.
We're out here.
You ain't taking from us. Ain't nobody stealing in our hood. We don't even do that. How you gonna come in through there. Motown, Texas, Red City, all those cities. We finna go hard. How can we not do it and you can do it? They don't know sound right.
That's the one thing. Because that's what gangs is supposed to be about. That's what we were started for in the first. Protect our neighborhood. Nigga, to protect our situations.
They're not racist. Love all black people, man. We unite in peace. Round and black together. Round and black, y'all step out and show.
That's what's happening.
We ain't lacking either.
That's what's happening. Let's see the vice lords do that with us. All of it. Bruh, nigga. If every motherfucking squad of gangs, nigga, was the motherfucking just unite and say we not funking with each other at all, nigga. Bruh, we be the biggest motherfucking army in the world. Do you know how many motherfuckers we got in the army? Do you know how many motherfuckers we have that are officers? And so forth. Bruh. If all the members that was hidden, and I don't mean hidden by they hiding, but you know what I'm saying? It's code of silence that we live by. Not everybody know, everybody that's affiliated, not everybody just is different. If everybody was to come out, everybody was on some united, bruh. The only reason why the army and everybody will be able to fuck with us is due to the firepower. And that probably wouldn't even stop shit.
Honey can save you hundreds of dollars this year and thousands of dollars over your lifetime. And here's how Honey works. This is $3,000 worth of shoes. Apply coupon, give Honey a second to scan the internet and find coupon codes, and Honey saved us $600. Wow.
So what? I can't wait till GTA 6 come out. I'm getting that shit damn near first day, boy. I ain't gonna be behind on that one. Whoa. Still yearning. That's yearning, boy. Oh, I don't like this nigga walk. What the fuck? Where are you going, boy? The fuck are you doing? Oh, you... Come on, bruh. This nigga be creeping when I be trying to run. I don't, nigga. Use a hoe. Oh, you. Fuck you.
I'm a fucking Marine.
Come on. And he ain't getting back up. Where this whole ass nigga at? Alright, we in there now. Okay. Now.
coin toss, my bad.
Three of them things.
I'm enjoying this. No.
I need 5 more.
Get it right. We should have had that bar. That's a good bar. Get it right. It's a good bar.
I need 5.
On your day, it's on y'all, baby.
1, 2, 3.
Man, listen. The Get Back is still rolling. Thank you, Atlanta. Make some noise. What's up? And I need y'all to make noise one more time for these two brothers, because not only are they here to put on a show for y'all, but a 4th round for the fans. They're not getting paid for that. This is love right here. Make some noise for these two guys, man. All right. But in case somebody crazy out there don't know who these two brothers are, on my right, who you be?
Yo, Sharon, Mr. 4th round for the culture. Let's get it, man. My second time.
White people.
And on my left, who you be?
Chef Trent, Chef Life, Dave, all that good shit, man. Salute to everybody out here. Let's get it.
All right, let's go. Who won the coin toss? My bad. All right, let's go. Top of the first. Sharon, man. It's on you.
Get it.
Yo, let's go.
Yo, y'all ready? Make some noise if y'all ready with us. Hey.
Hold it down.
Hold it down. You do your best on Gates of the Garden when you battling jokes, but lost to Will, Nitty, JC. You fall short when you battle the GOATs. Your first big battle was Craig. Your ass just got smoked. Look what happened with Lamar Jackson. Yeah, you run shit but lose when it matters the most. You're supposed to get your fame off names. You done lost every playoff game. When you get tested, you don't make noise. Tay-Rock's chain. See,
You through to your garage. You need me to bring you a ride?
Hey, I said I done took Rock out. It's a fact that's known, and I ain't gonna stop leaving prison out alone. Now I'm killing Trez at his Atlanta home, ran through the cave and left sand in a bag. I'm Indiana Jones, and it seems vital. Bar stealing, running off stage, your 3 idols, let's get shit straight. You clickbait like RBE titles. We got a freestyle. I said we got a freestyle round. You ain't stopping, Corey. Ill will. Tonight I'm dropping 40. I beat Geechee, Twerk, Shine. How's Trent gonna do this? We're like some movie. The internet is excuses. Just a white boy killing cats. It's a Netflix exclusive. They slept on my movement. This motherfucker is drugged. Treat his body like the culture treats my wins. Sweep him under the rug. Meaning bow. If someone sees it, do your people wow. Bow. Soon as I send it, leave no witnesses. Impeachment trial. I've been going wild. I've been going wild. My style is so untouchable. About to fuck him up with my other flow. I can let a heifer go. Sleep and let your mother know. Never see the chef's eyes open. It's a Muppet show. Go and tuck your go and tuck your desi. I'm fucking deadly. When this big cannon bangs, it leaks DNA. Get your rebuttals ready. See, I'll rebuttal that for you, so don't get lost in the mix. You said your big cannon bangs, we'll get bodied with flips. I do have my rebuttals ready, with these hollows and clips. See, you sit at your home, writing pre-meds as you structure your scenes. Like if they mention Chef, I'll have straps by my back, throwing a couple of these. If it's Mortal Kombat or Sub-Zeros and have a punchable freeze, so go and get reaction off your fake rebuttals and freeze. All Sir has is gastrics like a stomach disease. He just needs to freestyle and he's set. Well, if he doesn't need prep, how come you couldn't beat prep? You're my mini-me. You're my mini-me. Vern Troyer. My opponents have seen more flips than Surf's lawyer. Your flips, your flips are better than your writtens each time. Adidas, you're only good for 3 lines. You need flips. You need flips, angles of, hey, Adidas, you're only good for 3 lines. You need flips, angles of persona. This your decline. I got all 3 of them things. You got one thing you do 3 times. You're not believable. Just falls flat. When you rap or you palm gas, even me and DNA are like, I don't know about all that. I don't care if you gangbang. Fall back. That's why you're a brim blunt, because you're all cat. See, you're sick. Yo, you're sick and you gangbang, you could die just intestine. When you see blood in his coffin, it ain't his viral infection. When will these kids understand? You're not tough. That shit's gonna jam. You're such a fake bitch that rock likes her pics on the gram. Hey, now I'm on the speaker.
Rock like fake bitches.
I'm giving tips to the chef because I'm eating his food with the BET chip when you steamed in your room. Now flips your bread and butter and steamed it to Snoop. I'm the GOAT. Raise the stakes on them vegan infused. You barely making ends meet like this vegan confused. Give you the recipe to plate and ingredients too. So how are you the chef when a white boy's more seasoned than you?
I'm not feeling that walk, bro.
My man. What? No, I'm good.
Yo, y'all hear me? Yo, I'll say. Hey, yo. Hold it down. Bro, I'm trying to. This nigga is a fucking liar. Talking about the white boy more seasoned than you. I love white people, but we all know y'all don't season. Hey, I say his rebuttals is crazy. When niggas want to see the chef speak, he talking about rock necklace, bro. That's some shit you should let be. It's one of my pet peeves. But I go to the other bro in the gang and use his hem and put to his shirt. What's that? Chest piece.
No. That's good. That's good.
But he got me really, really fucked up.
That shit was hard.
He keep, bro. I know he's successful and shit. You know, getting cheddar and shit. You know, he like to tell me who he working for? Yeah. Revolver. Nose, ring, hit your body, that's twerking Norbs, nigga.
Okay, if we want to get the word out for this club, we're gonna have to do some flyering. Flyering on an industrial scale. We're gonna pick up a...
But my first time here, I gave y'all a class. Don't expect nothing less. I ain't even know what I wanted to say to you, but I know you can't fuck with Chef. I already battled the best nigga in your area. That's not a damn lie. You from Canada, right? Well, already took over your franchise, but how we here? As far as this career, I thought dude was dead. I was in the building when you got smacked. You was truly scared.
Actually, let's go. Hey.
got smacked. He was truly scared. Hold it down. The way he got popped for that prop, I thought he was gonna lose his head. We seen shot. They say that ain't gonna play. Well, I don't think this shit is a fact. Because as long as you say you the smack killer, I'm gonna talk about you getting killed with a smack, nigga. Hey, I'm gonna talk about you getting killed with a smack. Nigga, relax. Soften your racks, but like the active course. Well, I punch with a wild style, but at the same time, ain't with the back and forth. Let's get that out. Yeah. Let's get that out the way. I see the day you on war with me, and you the smack killer, cool. Now, good thing we on RBE. Don't make this a black versus white thing. If you try me, you'll die. I don't do that race card shit. Why be that guy? Plus the way I put the red beam on the pistol shows my white people side. I'm talking 9 on the dot. White people time. Hey. I'm talking 9 on the dot. Hey. I'm talking 9 on the dot. White people time. Today you gotta die. Ain't no break in my zone. I want them to keep the spot. Clock when I'm in a box. It ain't playing, Sharon. Bitch, know your future before you do, Corey. Raven Simone. Nah, that's played out. That's played out. Let me put that in the pot. My son niggas ain't no testing my stock. It's crazy y'all got Corey in the house and the chef was his pops. As far as... It's crazy y'all got Corey in the house and the chef was his pop. As far as plots, you should stop. You just rap about it. You know how many guns I shot? Matter of fact, we can match 100 bullets to this drum I got. But on the real, I heard you got a bad bitch and she using you. And you let this shit happen because that's exactly what a loser do. That's cool with you? Sharon, that ain't the gotta be. You made it the wild and out and got conned. The irony. But even she... You made it the wild and out and got conned. The irony. But even she ain't safe. She get kidnapped if she claim that's a guy. Unless she start explaining off top and not acting shy. But your bitch gonna be missing from Canada if I have to ask Kawhi. This bad. Oh my God. But your bitch gonna be missing from Canada if I have to ask Kawhi. This bad for you. But on everything there's more to see. I can get niggas in Gwinnetto. I say I can get niggas in Gwinnetto food and they come and swarm with heat. Or to do the job, or to do the job, get you bodied in Cobb. Cause you a corn to me. Dog. I don't care who plot against me or not rocking with me. It's whatever. I don't need job. I'm not the Grizzlies. And since we on the topic it's whatever. I don't need job. Hey, but hold on. But since we on the topic of NBA, and he's fake, shotgun. The 12 would show son feminine side. D-Wade. Hey. But I heard you mention how you get paid from a cannon. That's what you live for. He was your coach in the gym. Now you able to get more? Oh, you got money now. Better reason to kick this bitch door. You get around to the center for playing in Knicks court. Don't make me be the reason of crime raising. Cause if I make a call to 9 waving, bullets hit him, got his mind racing, his body dropped. I had a hand in your death. Sign language, fuck everybody. Fuck everybody who rock with this nigga the most. They say he mentally special. Well, a bullet also has his physical slow.
March 11th was a crazy day. That is the last day that we shot an episode of the television show in the studio.
A number of us thought something huge is going to change this week.
And the funniest thing is it all happened that day.
You're waking up to a new normal today. Fast-moving developments in this coronavirus emergency. This crisis is growing intensely.
We are in the middle of a pandemic.
Hey, who wants to see me do some rebuttals from Dude's verse? From Dude's verse. He brought up chess. Let's have a shootout. I'll let the tool burst. But this is like chess. Y'all know the white piece always makes a move first. gonna do his style. Hey, I'm gonna do it just like that. And watch how I kill him just like that. Said white people don't season our food. Hey, Ward, I ain't gonna let him talk to us like that. Gun bars. I'm known to pop 50. Oh, we don't season our food? I got this assault with me.
That's only 2, nigga, because that was in the same, talking about the season.
Hey, Atlanta, I know this is how y'all want to see this battle begin. I just hit him with 3 off the top. Ain't a chance the rapper could win. Because you coming up... Yeah, you coming up against me, but I roll with all my hitters. You don't need to ask her why. I left Toronto and came straight to those Clippers. Because people coming against me, that's slow. And y'all know it. So I hit him with 4. I'm to hit him with 4, and y'all thinking it's not great. You're gonna make him drop weight. Oh, he's gonna be there at 9 on the dot. White people are always early. You just got 8. Since he talking that shine shit. Since he talking that shine. I got magic in these hands. Let's go viral, G. These battle rappers talk too much. Stop trying me. Before the battle, he said I couldn't say the N-word. And I agree. I mean, this is...
He's stupid.
This is your house.
Hello there.
That we're all
do you ever think that something's like missing from your life? And I don't mean just that your wife ran off or that your best friend is too good for you. Maybe it's that you're not running an air freight operation out of your very own hangar. Go to Maze Bank Foreclosures and get one. And I'll be in touch.
Did they showcase that? ARP, does flat-ass people as thoughts on your roster? Does XXL promote your pay-per-views and help as a sponsor? So you gotta stop bringing up that shine shit. We're being played by these vultures. Because if shock value is the only way to get shine, we've been slapped in the face as a culture. So now... Hey, that was good! Hey! So now it's like we're forced to fight. So hit me with the left or the right. Spaz on Chef over the counter. You didn't get the order right. Is it not clear? URL dropped you because you... Yo, is it not clear? URL dropped you because you ain't top tier. Y'all about to see Trez pass it. He don't belong here. See, you have help. Hey, he don't belong here. Hey, you got help. Hey, I said you got health problems. We move different. I flip rock. You're in a crew with them. More white cells than your immune system. Let's go. Y'all feeling that shit? Last year you had 20. Hey, last year you had 20 battles. You shouldn't have any more games. It's time for the chef to hang it up. Anthony Bourdain. See, you from... Oh, my... Chef, hang it up. Hey, you from Lawrenceville? You from Lawrenceville? Hey, I give a fuck which part you claim. On the road with another body. I'm in the carpool lane. He should fear me. I kept saying he ain't near me. He dropped an album called Perfect Vision and died in 2020. Now you can see it clearly. You gang bang? Yo, you gang bang? Well, I'm able to read you, son, trust. I don't care if you're the truest in Atlanta. Don't get brave when I see you. Waving the eagle, aim and I greet you. Clip longer than the excuses I'll make when I beat you. Have them see through when I'm rolling up. Have them see through when I'm rolling up. Try to creep, slow as fuck. Even when I'm sleeping, I got a can on me. Homer's gut, Gray's hood, loaded Lux. Yo, Gray's hood, loaded. Wait, his folks will be so lucky. Give your family bucks after you die. Meet your brother, man, I see him walk up to your casket, slap 3